Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. And we are back, for goodness sakes. Have you enjoyed your international break? Well, you tell me down there in the chat. But yes, we are now back in for a pretty hectic run of, and I believe it's a 3-game week, then a little gap, and then another 3-game week. So we've got 6 games coming up, or 6 rounds rather, for all the championship teams across the next 3 weeks, stretching from start to finish, if you see that the way I'm explaining that. So a big time of the season for whichever team decides they want to put 10 points, 12 points, even maybe more in that 12 to 18 sort of range for those who are going to play really, really well and be in really, really good form. We're going to find out who those teams are in due course, and we're going to have a little look at round 12, as ever, with our preview and prediction show. You know the score. We're going to go through each of the games, and I want your thoughts on the games, and we're going to make some predictions. And, of course, we are going to head over to the glorious Football 365 predictor. There it is. More on that in just a second. We just got a couple of plugs to do before we get into this. Do say hello over there in the chat and welcome back. It's nice to see you all. We haven't been live for a couple of weeks now, have we? But first of all, we've got a fan sponsor here, the Donovan brothers. Lovely tribute here to their late father and brother. They sponsor our preview show in memory of our dad, Dennis, and our brother, Mike, both sorely missed and cheering on Millwall from above. Thank you very, very much to the Donovan brothers, who also sponsored the preview show last year. Great bunch of lads all over the world as well, flying the Millwall flag. And have a look up there, because we are also partnered for the preview show for the entirety of this season with Betfair and Football 365. Football 365 is where you're going to find all of my writing. And tomorrow we will go to publish the big weekend. And then we're going to do tactical preview. It's going to be Swansea Cardiff this weekend. There'll also be a write-up of this show. So get over to Football 365, football365.com. And of course, that is where you will find the Championship Predictor. Just go along the little menu at the top there, and it will say Championship Predictor game. Just sign up with your email address and get involved. And our friends at Betfair, every prediction I put in, we'll be able to give you the odds for that game if you want to have a little tickle, and then it will give you an astronomical price for all 12 of my predictions. All good fun. Please, only, for God's sake, only gamble what you can afford. Please gamble responsibly. 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. Shall we go through these fixtures? Or should we do some hellos in the chat here? Normal service is resumed. Tremendous stuff. Welcome back, James. There are lots of messages for David Brooks. We'll talk about David Brooks when we do the Bournemouth game. Of course, Noel, welcome back. Zulu Zach, welcome. John, Matt, Purple Bungalow, Steve, OJ. There we go. Mark, Daniel Lee, 2021, Nick, loads of you in the chat. Get ready to give me your insight and your thoughts on all of these games we are about to talk about. Let's just bang through the fixtures. You can see them ticking along the bottom. That's the order we're going to do them in. It is Bristol City versus Bournemouth, West Brom versus Birmingham, which is the Sky game tomorrow night, which we will be watching along. Join me for that. I think it's an 8 p.m. is it? Yeah, join me at 7:45 tomorrow. Blackburn, Cov, Sheffield United, Stoke, Fulham, QPR, Huddersfield, Hull, Reading, Barnsley, Millwall, Luton, Forest, Blackpool, Borough, Posh, Preston, Derby, Swans, Cardiff. And that one's on Sunday. Shall we get into it, you lot? And we will start with We'll start with Bristol City versus Bournemouth. Guys, please give me your thoughts on Bristol City versus Bournemouth. We want to know about bogey teams. We want to know about current form. How do you see this one going? Or if you just want to give me a very, very simple Bristol City draw or Bournemouth. Bristol City draw or Bournemouth. I'd love to hear your detailed thoughts on this one. Bournemouth, obviously, top of the table. Scott Parker is undefeated so far. 25 points from 11 games. Been a brilliant start. Fewest goals as well conceded. A few tight ones for Bournemouth. However, they have not been able to beat any of the 3 promoted League One teams yet. So on the one hand, you could say, well, they could have more points. On the other hand, you might sort of view that one the other way and say, oh, have the fixtures been okay? And, could they have less? You can always argue it both ways. Of course, terrible news for David Brooks, who has said he wants his privacy, so we won't say a lot. Needless to say, I'm sure everybody here wishes David Brooks well. We think footballers are superheroes. They're not. They're human, just like the rest of us. And unfortunately, problems like the one David Brooks has got do not discriminate whether you're a young, fit footballer or whether you're me. So there you go. So good luck to David Brooks, of course, and we will respect his privacy going forward. For Bristol City, bit of a funny one. They're in good form, actually. I'm looking at the last 5 fixtures here where they've accumulated 8 points, only a midweek away defeat at Millwall in there. Now, the problem for Bristol City is they're awful at home, aren't they? They're only one of only 2 teams not to have won a home game yet this season, Forest being the other one. And that stretches back into last season as well. Lots of draws, only 1 defeat, only 3 goals as well. So some psychological problems there for Bristol City. However, they are the best away team in the league. The third best away team in the league is Bournemouth. And Bristol City are not playing away. Shall we see what you guys are saying on this one? Let's have a little scroll up here. Guys, thank you for all your lovely comments for David Brooks. I can read them. I won't put them all up, but good vibes, muchly important, and I do appreciate all of them. What else have we got here then? Steve's gone for a Bournemouth win. So is Eugene. So is Zach. Ola's heavy on Bournemouth. OJ is as well. Bournemouth. So is Stephen there. God, you're all behind Bournemouth here. Anyone fancy Bristol City at all? Jimbo, Bournemouth winning this with a clean sheet. Zach, get well soon. Yeah, to Dave Brooks as well. And 3-0 to Cherries. Everybody's going for it. Deary me. Got to fancy Bournemouth in this one. Bristol's at the odd side. Could get a draw out of this one. Narrow Cherries win. Home form still a concern. Won't turn that around. Well, look, you are almost unanimously, you lot, behind Bournemouth. So I shouldn't probably go against that. But I'm going to. I think it's going to be... I think they're going to get something. I don't know why Bristol City. 2 sides both overperforming their XG. So I'm going to draw... Let's see if Bristol City can get another home draw out of this one, in which case it wouldn't likely be a high scorer. So I'm going to go in, if I can find the fixture, on the lovely Football 365 predictor game. 11-2. I'll go in. My first on the fence of the day, a 1-1 draw. I will go with their Bristol City versus Bournemouth, and you will get 11-2 over on Betfair for that one. Where are we going next, guys? We are going to the Friday night game, West Brom versus Birmingham. Give me your thoughts on this one. Detail would be lovely, or just go in West Brom draw, or Birmingham West Brom draw, or Birmingham. The Baggies suffered their first defeat of the season in that last game out, in a pretty titanic effort by Stoke, it has to be said, who beat them 1-0. Undefeated, of course, up until then. They lie in second spot in the table, but they are in the 2 points per game club with 22 from 11. Second fewest goals conceded in the league. Only, or rather, Darby and Bournemouth have conceded fewer, but kind of second in that list in terms of they've conceded 8 and West Brom have conceded 9. I think they had a little lull, didn't they? A few draws in a week and then that defeat, but then back-to-back wins as well. Seem to have warmed to Valerian Ishmael's charms and his strategy that he's going to be playing and was famed for playing at Barnsley. And it seems to be working pretty well in terms of home form for West Brom. 11 points already from 5 games is very, very decent. For Birmingham, really good run up until game 6, I think. Yeah. Up until game 6. And then a really poor last 5 games terrible last 5 games, in fact. Only Cardiff, who have lost all of theirs, have scored fewer points in the last 5 games than Birmingham. Just slipped off. I was talking to John on the Season So Far show. He's in the chat, I think. He'll smarten us up about, a bit hapless Birmingham, where tight games are getting away from them. And on the one hand, you can be, kind of pleased that they're tight games. And if you cut out the errors and, maybe the other side hasn't got shooting boots on. But 2 of them were lost by 3 goals, I think, against Fulham and against Nottingham Forest. So some cause for concern at Birmingham. Will they be able to handle the long throws? Yeah, probably. They go with the back 3 and Pedersen and Dean and Roberts are good in the air. But have they got enough that whole game to go against the presuming incoming onslaught from West Brom? Let's have a little look and see what you lot think. Steve's gone West Brom. Noel is not a confident Blues fan there. We'll say no more. Stephen's gone West Brom. Mr. 19 has gone for a home. Tom thinks West Brom by 1. Ola by more. Catherine with a draw in there. West Brom for Eugene and for Nick. A couple of draws in there. West Brom. Did I do the away form for Birmingham? Let me just do that real quick just to smarten you guys up. Birmingham's away form's decent, actually. 7 points from 5 games, only 2 defeats. It's a sort of form where the cliche goes, win your home games, pick up what you can away. It'd be absolutely fine if Birmingham's home form was a little bit better. There is John. Do fancy us to get a draw here. Star will suit us without Mowat. No Mowat. Interesting to see how they count. Love a Derby game, we all do. There you go. Zach's gone for Blues. Never tell with a local derby. It's a fair point. Purple Bungalow, I haven't mentioned that. Etheridge, Gardner, Sanchez looks doubtful. Can't see us getting anything, says the Zach. Can't say they're not self-aware. The Blues fans in the chat here. West Brom. They're one for Birmingham. West Brom smash him, says Sam. Baggies for Mark. There we go, all the way through. Napper's mum. Legend. I did see your message, Napper's mum. As you can see, didn't make it down to the football content awards. Sadly, we've got too much to do this end. But good luck to Nappers and everybody down there with their awards, possibly tonight. We're up for an award here, our channel as well. So check out their Twitter later. One more here from Martin. He says West Brom will read least. So look, I have to say, in the general group think here, home. Let's go for a home win. I think the Blues' bad run continues one more game, and then I think their results are going to pick up, having looked at the fixtures. So, honestly, I think Baggies possibly by 2 in this one. Let's go for a 2-0. West Brom 2, Birmingham 0. Home win for me. Our friends at Betfair will give you 6-1 on that one. Please gamble responsibly. BigGambleAware.org. Right, where next, guys? Blackburn versus Coventry. 2 of our surprise packages so far this season. Get me your thoughts in on this one in detail, or just simply Blackburn draw or Coventry, whatever you think. Blackburn draw or Coventry. Blackburn are the home side here in 8th spot. Home form's decent. It's very good, actually. 10 points in 5 games. Obviously, they're up against the home gurus who are Coventry, but we're analysing Coventry's away form, which is not quite, anywhere near as good because their home form's perfect. Only 4 points from 5 away from home for Cov. Ben Brereton Diaz was doing the business for Chile again, wasn't he? What a season he is having. He's in tremendous form. Blackburn were in very good form, and frankly, but for 2 straight defeats before we packed up for the international break, they'd probably be in the top 6. Only would have needed 1 win from those 2 to get in there. So they're not going in short term in the best of nick. Coventry, well, we thought, okay, the wheels are coming off now. The brilliant start for Coventry. We lost 5 at Luton. Next game, though, they put the wheels straight back on and thumped Fulham 4-1. However, again, I reiterate, 18 of Coventry's 22 points so far this season have been picked up at home, and they are playing away in this one. Let's see what you guys think in the comments here. Where should we go in here? Let's go with Lee and a draw and Carl and a draw. Matt, expecting to be missing, the main man, Brereton, Diaz, Dolan and Gallagher. Who's going to play up front then, Matt, for goodness sakes? And no strikers left, Blackburn, by the sounds of it. There you go. Ola's answered that one, 0-0. Tool says, Zach, Blackburn, draw. No regular strikers. Mark makes that point too. Matt, gone for the away win there. Do you know what? I might go in on this. If there's no strikers here. A few draws coming in here. Blackburn, draw. Rovers there says Eugene, draw. Cov, 2-2. John Blackburn. Cov says Luke, playing well at the minute. Yes, they are. Jim's gone for a draw as well. Away. Desmond. What else are we doing? Stop it, you mocking me. I'm not here for the awards. You know me. I'm here for the championship. Blackburn. Oh, God. I don't know. Do you know what? I was going to go home on this one until it was pointed out Blackburn haven't got any strikers. Can I swing all the way to an away win for Coventry? God damn it, I'm going to. Why not, hey? Let's get aboard the Coventry train and assume that Blackburn are heavily reliant on Ben Brereton Diaz. Away! Let's go for an away win. I don't quite know why I'm doing this, but let's call it a tight one then. And we'll go for a 2-1. Let's go for a 2-1. Oh, for goodness sakes, if it lets me click on it. There you go. Bosh. Can you see that? Have I done that right? Over on the Football 365 predictor as I fall over the technology every step. Go and sign up, football365.com. Across the top says Championship Predictor. Go and sign up with your email. And you too can mug yourself off with predictions like me every week. 8-1 over at our friends Betfair for this one. I have gone away, and I don't feel, being they're above them in the league, that I need to pull my joker out for that one, despite maybe the feeling that Coventry away are not as good as they are at home. But we will see how that pans out. I've backed them. Here's a difficult one to call. Be interested in your thoughts on this one. Sheffield United versus Stoke. Get your comments in on this one. Sheffield United versus Stoke. Give me your thoughts. Or very simply, Sheffield United, draw, or Stoke. Now, if this was the Stoke of last season playing away at a Year 1 parachute team, I would have been, they'll go there. They're going to go for the draw. I don't think they will this season. And they're an 8-pointer from the last 5, Stoke. The away form is not great. Only 1 away win this season, 5 points from 5. So passable away from. They've got very good home form as well, Stoke. So if we say that about Coventry, we need to say that about Stoke. Sheffield United, couple of victories. 7 points in the last 3 at home is good against Darby, Preston and Posh. However, all of those sides are, it's 2 of the bottom 3 and 18th place. So maybe there's a little caveat in there. I don't know if we've got any Stoke fans in the chat, but Tyrese Campbell, yay, nay, we're going to see him on the bench. We're so excited to see him back. Very difficult one to call, this one. So I will go over to the chat and we'll see what you lot are saying. Here we go. Let's start with Patricia. There we go. 2-2 draw in this one. Draw for James. Ben's still pausing when saying Diaz. The world is... I've got to take him seriously. He's so good, isn't he? Right, what have we got? Steve, 2-1 Blades. Anir, Blades. Ola, Blades. There you go, Alistair. Stoke. Zach on the Blades. So is Mr. 19. A draw. Daryl's on the Blades. A high scorer. That sounds fun to me. Daryl, Thomas, draw. Carl, draw. A couple of away wins there. Nick and Stuart. We're fairly mixed. I'll click down these. Matt, Ben, Zach, James. I think you guys... Oh, no, there's a few more Stokes coming in here. Stoke and draws. I don't know what to say here. There you go. Jimbo's gone Sheffield United. Fraser, O'Neill keeping things about Campbell very close to each other. They've done that right through the injury, haven't they? To be fair to them. 2-2 for Stephen. Oh, God. This is a tricky one. I might have to go in on the scoring draw logic on this one because I can't call it, I'm afraid. Tricky. I don't want to go home on the basis of Stokes away form. I think if I was on Bet365, I'd be cover on Sheffield United. I'd be going draw no bet, which doesn't read well for Stokes, so they'll probably go and win. But, Christ, go on then. Draw. I can't call this one. This one's messing with my brain, so I better stop thinking about it. Let's just go for a fun draw then. Try and boost the odds of our 12-shot accumulator. 2-2. Why the hell not, hey? You get 12-1. A scoring draw there between Sheffield United and Stoke. I've gone for 2-2. 12-1 on Betfair for that one. Where to next, guys? Game number 5 is Fulham versus QPR. I should have saved my high-scoring game for this one. Fulham QPR, please, guys. Get your thoughts in on this one. Fulham, draw, QPR. Fulham, draw, QPR. Give me your thoughts if you want to go into more detail. You know what I'm going to say. We've got the 2 top scorers in the league here, 23 and 22. Over or around 3.5 goals a game for both of these teams. So over 3 goals a game. It could be a high scorer into the 4 or 5 goals possibly in this one. And they go in at both ends. Neither side has got the greatest defence in the world. All of the other playoff teams have conceded fewer goals, or top 6 teams. And in the top half, only Reading have conceded more goals than QPR. 2 very open teams. Lots of good attacking players on show in this one. In terms of form, Fulham's dropped off a little bit after a superb first sort of 5 games, wasn't it? But those last 5, 7 points for Fulham. I mean, for most teams, they'd be, I guess, happy with that. But when Fulham drop below 9, 8 points, people start asking questions on a 5-game period because they've got such a good first 11 and such good attacking players as well. The Cottages, QPR, I mean, look, they're a good side. And what I will say, that little 3-game run, okay, they got the pants pulled down at home by Bristol City on that late Naki Wells goal. The other 2 defeats were against Bournemouth and West Brom, and they were away from home. So there's an argument that QPR have lost very tricky games and have been pretty much fine, other than the Bristol City game, in the remaining 9, basically. So I don't know. However, the game is being played at Fulham, so maybe you can factor in some home advantage in that one. Let's have a little looky and see what you lot are saying in the chat on this one. Let's start with Steve. Fulham 2, QPR 1. Fulham draw. Joker time. Oh, is there a Joker emoji? I like that, Anir. Good spot, that one. Congratulations on top-notch emoji use there. Away. Is it Joker? QPR good, aren't they? Actually, you can keep your Joker in your pocket. They're both in the playoffs, aren't they? So you don't need to play Joker if you're going QPR on this one. Although I do like the emoji. A draw there. Fulham. Welcome back. Yeah, Paul over in Calgary. We're all good at this end, my friend. Tool says Stuart, home for OJ. Bazzy, QPR. There you go. That was where I was sort of going. A big, nice, high-scoring win there. 4-4, 2-1. Fulham, Rangers from Peter. Yeah, he's a QPR fan, though, so he'll be hoping that's the case, Peter. Zach, Fulham, Sam Rangers, Nick Rangers. There's plenty on Rangers here. I'm going to fire through these. Apologies if I don't read out your name, but they're all going up on the screen here. Although we need to read Chaos Luke, big fan of the channel. Loved your season so far episode on Millwall with Big Dan. Check out, we've done all 24 clubs, an interview with every single one of them. What a bloody bind that was. A bit off more than I could chew there. Not because I didn't like speaking to all the great contributors, but yeah, it's hard work, I tell you. There's been a couple of 3-2s. I might go down that sort of route there. A bit of wishful thinking. Go on, Peter. Guys, I'm going home on this one. Let's do it. Home in a high scorer. So we're expecting over 3 goals, aren't we? If the averages mean absolutely anything at all, sometimes they mean diddly squat. Where am I looking? Can you see it? There it is. Let's go for, like the Swansea game, which I think is 3-1, wasn't it? Let's go for Fulham 3, QPR 1. Let's go for the Fulham firepower to beat the QPR firepower. Frankly, both sides will go at it. Should be a really good watch. It's the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. 10-1 from Betfair, please gamble responsibly. Where are we going next for game number 6, everybody? Huddersfield versus Hull. Get your thoughts in on this one. Huddersfield versus Hull, or just simply Huddersfield draw or Hull down there in the chat. Huddersfield have to go in as one of our surprise packages. And after a game, like I said about Coventry, wheels falling off, etc., etc. No, back-to-back defeats, but then 4 points in those last 2 games with the victories over Blackburn and then the draw in the rain down at Luton. Huddersfield, in terms of the home form, okay, there's 2 defeats in there. They've won the other 3 games, though. The 2 defeats come in at the hands of Fulham and Forest. New manager bounce there, Stephen Reid getting the win there. In terms of Hull, well, I know they've been stinking out a little bit and not scoring. They've got 4 points in the last 2 games, and they've moved to a 3 at the back. So I wonder, is there an argument for an upturn here? They drew against Blackpool late on, despite going down to 10 in that one. And then they beat a slightly ailing Middlesbrough at the moment. So some sense that Hull may have an upward trend. However, there's a big gap in the table. Hull 21st, Huddersfield 7th. What do you guys think on this one? Let's scroll up. We'll start with Lenny, actually, because he's always good on Hull. Huddleston and Honeyman, both available. Jones out to expect. Grant's well, but oh dear. Never mind the new system then. The 4-3-3 to return. That may play in Huddersfield's favour, possibly. Right, what are we saying here? Ola's gone for the draw. Steve, Huddersfield. Draw for Alistair and for Luke and for Catherine. Huddersfield for the win there from George and MR19. Kieran, Jones out for Hull, but Honeyman and Huddleston back. Hopefully we can build on the Borough win. Absolutely. Annie, Jamie and Bazzy and Nick all behind Huddersfield. Thomas on the draw. Carl's played his Joker on a Hull win. They won last time out, but yeah, that is a appropriate use of the Joker given the gap in the league table. Huddersfield draw. Huddersfield. Hopefully you hit the like button. Absolutely. Please do. I don't plug that enough, do I? You guys are in the main. Ronald's gone for a draw. So was OJ. Hull conceded the most from set plays. Huddersfield scored the most from set plays. No good. There we go. I'm going to keep scrolling here. Apologies if you don't get read out. It will appear on the screen. Do you know what? I think I might be bringing out the unhelpful draw. An unhelpful draw here that won't fire Huddersfield probably back. Oh, actually, I've said QPR might lose. So maybe it might fire them back into the top 6. And it won't really get Hull away from the bottom 3. So let's go draw. And I have to say it, because there's always one. I'm not going to touch anything. 0-0. Let's go for it. You can see it up on the screen there. 7-1 on Betfair. You know me, guys. 12 fixtures. I've always got to put 1-0 in there. Let's put it in this one. 0-0 Huddersfield versus Hull. We will be back in about 30 seconds. Just going to run the Championship 365 advert. Give me a DM if you're interested in signing up for this lovely stuff. If you're enjoying this show, then why not check out Championship 365?
The only area to find Benjamin Bloom, the Second Tier Podcast, and myself, Ben HD, all in the same place.
We'll debate the key topics and interact with you, our community of subscribers.
And we'll be releasing 2 exclusive weekly videos.
So, visit www.network.planetsport.com.
Championship 365, 3 creators, 1 community.
There you go, Championship 365. We're trying to start to build that over on the Planet Sport Network, which is in association with Football 365. It's myself, Ben HD, Justin and Ryan from the Second Tier. Weekly shows over there. Give me a shout if you want more details on that. Good community starting to build there. Obviously, we're trying to funnel all 3 of us into the one show there. So good fun. Right, where are we going next? Is something I say far too many times in these streams. Reading versus Barnsley. Get your thoughts in on this one. Reading versus Barnsley. Detailed thoughts, most welcome. Or just give me Reading, draw, or Barnsley. Reading, draw, or Barnsley. So Reading are in good form, aren't they? 12 points in the last 5 games. I can't see many teams. Just at a quick scan, only Bournemouth, I think, possibly can better that. Yeah, so Reading are right up at the top of the form table. However, and Reading fans do readily admit this now, they do love a worldie. They love to outperform their XG and smash free kicks in from 25 yards and brilliant individual goals by Ajaria and Swift and Deli Bashiru and whoever else is popping up that day. So hopefully for Reading, the centre-half problems are over as well. Now, Barnsley, their fans are not very happy, and I've spoken to quite a few of them over the international break and the weeks before. So 3 straight defeats for Marcus Schott. They've only won 1 game all season. Nobody has won fewer games. They lost at Millwall, at home to Forest, away at Blackpool as well. Not going well at all. And goalkeeping coach, physio have changed now. Main stand closed down. It's not a fun time at the moment for our friends up at Barnsley after such a good season last time round. So I suspect the chat is going to be skewing towards Reading. Let's open it up and find out what you lot are saying. We've got any Barnsley fans in the chat as well. There you go, Mr. E. Hoylett, oh God, joins the injury list. That's no good. Renamotor available. That is good. Others mostly a good way away from fitness. Okay, so still, if Mr. E's correct, no centre halves there for Reading. Steve's gone Reading. Ola's gone draw. Mr. 19 on a home. Luke's gone Reading. Daryl's gone draw. Reading, draw. Reading. Matt, Barnsley in chaos off the pitch. Club in a total mess. Fornum does not sound good if that's the case. Pamela, Reading. Ben, Reading, more pressure on Shop. It certainly will be. There you go, Patricia. There's 1 Barnsley win in there. Although, is that the Yorkshire vote? I think that might be the Yorkshire vote, mightn't it? Reading, draw, Reading. Let's keep scrolling here. Daniel, who I do believe is a Barnsley fan, has gone heavy on Reading there. Reading. Out comes the Joker. There's always one. There you go, Jake. Draw. Can't see Barnsley getting anything. Final nail in the coffin. Alistair. Yeah, Hoylett and his hamstring. That's not good. Yidam injured in the Cardiff game. Halilovic and Renamotor potentially back. Need centre halves. Deary me. Not tricky Croat attacking midfielders. Right, let's scroll these down. There you go, Josh. Barnsley all over the shop. Nice. Okay, I'll go with the lot of you then. We'll go with the conceived wisdom. Home! Let's go for a home win then. And Reading and, I don't know, John Swift to bang in some kind of swivel volley from outside the box. What shall we go with as a score? Do you know what? Let's go for a low one. And we will say Reading 1, Barnsley 0. So only 1 goal in this one for me. Then 11-2 you will get on Betfair. I've gone for a home win in that one. Reading to defeat Barnsley 1-0, which will not be good news for Marcus Shop. But hey, they're not going bottom anytime soon with that points deduction for Derby County. Right, next one up, game number 8. And that game is Millwall versus Luton. Now, I did ban draws when it comes to Millwall. But I'm looking at the league table here, and I'm going to reinstate you are allowed to say draw now when it comes to Millwall, which may foreshadow what I'm about to say here. But anyway, Millwall are very, very draw happy still. However, Millwall actually, purely on the numbers, are in good form. 13 points in 7 undefeated, back-to-back victories as well. If they were to add another one, they'd be looking in really fine form as well. We're into 2 points per game mode across a 6-game sample size there. And they beat Bristol City at home and a late away win at Barnsley last time out. The home form for Millwall, not great. 8 points from 5, but halfway up in terms of the table. I think they're suffering a bit from having played a game fewer. Maybe on the points per game, they'd be a bit higher than that. In terms of their opponents, Luton, the away form is not great. Only 1 win and 5 points from those 5 away games. Luton just struggling for victories, period. Again, like Millwall, lots of draws in there. Luton now famed for this incredibly high XG. They have an XG of 22.3, which is tied with Fulham's as the highest in the division. So they're either making good quality chances and not taking them, or making lots and lots of low quality chances. I believe our friend Jay does inform us, though, that the XG per shot is the highest as well. So if you want to draw the 2 conclusions that you always can from XG, either expect Luton to start scoring a lot of goals or expect that number to drop off. The chances do appear to be being created and not taken. Let's have a look and see what you lot are saying in the chat on this one. It is Millwall versus Luton. There you go, rumbled. Here we go. Right. Steve, 2-1 Mill. Nick, 2-0 Luton. A draw there for Luke. Mill. Pamela, Millwall win. 4-1 Millwall. 2-1 Millwall. Alex, 3 wins this season have come by way of 2 late goals and a pen. Is that sustainable? I think you've answered your own question there, Alex. Probably not. Luton style of play could be all wrong for us. Hate to do it, but away, interesting. Ben, Mill, draw away for Thomas. I'm going to pretend you still ban draws. There you go, Luke. Win for Millwall. Draw for James. Mill, Luton. Kate. Oh, is it a bogey team? I think Kate has rung the bogey team klaxon there. Bogey team for Luton. But Luton injury woes are almost over. Only 1 or 2 still out. So draw. Ola, draw away. Let's keep scrolling these. Apologies if you don't get it read out. We try and put them all on the screen. Stephen, injuries are easing. Still not an easy one. Happy with the draw. Luke, tough selection. Malone coming back. Murray Wallace playing out the skin. Yeah, good problems to have. Mahoney usually plays well against Luton, if he plays indeed. 3-1 Mill for Josh there. Let's try and get these all clicked up on the screen. We'll try and read as many as we can. Look, I banned draws, but I'm going back to it. I'm so sorry. Or shall I go with the away? There was quite a few away. No, come on. It's Millwall and Luton, for God's sake. Draw. Let's do it. Draw. And I think we'd probably better go 1-1, hadn't we? Just to keep it as boring as possible. For a couple of draw-happy teams here. There we go. And you're only going to get 5-1 on that one. Over at Betfair. Did I throw that up on the screen? There you go. A 1-1 draw, Millwall and Luton. Predictable, I know, but hey. Sometimes football is. And I've caught the ticker at the right time. Nottingham Forest versus Blackpool. Was that not a playoff semi-final once? Anyone remember? I'm thinking Yeovil. Did Forest played Blackpool in the playoffs? I can't remember. Anyway, we need your predictions. Forest, draw, or Blackpool. Get me your thoughts in, or just a very simple Forest, draw, or Blackpool. Now, Forest fans are all giddy with excitement, the ones I've been speaking to, because they're in great form over the last 4 games. 10 points in 4 games. Got to do that over the next 4 games, and they will be much, much higher in the table than the 17th they currently occupy. So Steve Cooper, a draw and 2 wins thus far, with Stephen Reed's his win at Huddersfield tacked on the front of that. Forest, as you can imagine, though, have the worst home form in the division. Only 1 point accumulated at home for Forest. That was, however, in the last game there under Steve Cooper against Millwall. So they're looking for that first home win. Can they do it against Blackpool, who are in equally good form, also with 10 points in 4 games? They've come really good, as has Shane Lavery. Did he get an injury in the last game? I know Yates came in. Hopefully he'll be back for them. If anyone can help me with that injury situation, let me know. They have wins against Borough, Barnsley and Blackburn, and a draw against Hull. Okay, not the hardest of fixes, you would say, but great work from Blackpool to be moving up into 12th spot in the table. Their away form is okay. 6 points from 5, which coupled with some decent home form, I'm sure Blackpool fans would be absolutely fine with. Anyone know about Lavery? Can anyone check that for me? Anyone do a quick Google while we're mid-stream here? Don't cross the streams. Steve, Forest, Catherine, Forest, Luke, Forest. There you go, Dan. In League One, 10 years ago, it was DJ Campbell playing that. I loved DJ Campbell when he was on loan at Ipswich. Blackpool, is that a year for that playoff game? Blackpool, Forest, Blackpool, away. Forest, there's Max. Welcome, Max. Lovely to see you, sir. Forest. Blackpool, draw. Blackpool, Cooper effect. That'll be Forest then. Forest, Blackpool, draw. Blackpool, the honeyman. The honeymoon is over. The championship reference for you. Ben, I've not seen Forest win at home since 2019, and I'm going. Good luck to you, Ben. Have a good day, my friend. I'll tell you where I'm slumming it on Saturday at the end of the show. You won't like it again after my Manchester United trip the other day. Sorry, Daryl going for the draw. Ben's gone away. He's pulled out that. I love that Joker emoji. That's tremendous, isn't it? Can I say join us? Yeah, you absolutely can. Eugene, 4-1. Dave's gone for a comfortable home win there. Too much respect there. Much respect for their kind comments. We talk about Trevor Hemmings actually when we do the Preston game as well. So yes, I assume he's talking about Blackpool comments there. Ronald, am I on the Steve Cooper train here, or the Brennan Johnson train, or am I on the Neil Critchley and Shane Lavery train? I'm always on the Steve Cooper train, aren't I? For my sins. So I'm going to go home. Let's go for Forest, which would be a hell of a run because they'd be on 13 points from 5 if they did. Sorry, Blackpool fans. I'm going to go Forest on this one. And do you know what? Let's go for some goals in this one. Let's go for a 3-1, a nice open game. Don't know why, don't know what the logic is there, but 14-1. Betfair will give you on that one a big old price for a big old home win. For Forest is what I've gone for. Obviously, full respect. People get very cross when I predict that their team will lose. It's all a bit of fun. Get involved with your own predictions, of course. Right, Borough versus, the other Borough. Middlesbrough versus Peterborough. Remember, there's no O. It's Middlesbrough and Peterborough. So they're not really both boroughs, but you know what I mean. Anyway, get your predictions in. Middlesbrough, draw. Peterborough, Middlesbrough, draw. Or Peterborough. Give me any detailed stuff you want to. And they're both struggling, aren't they? This is one it's hard to pick a winner from. So we'll talk about Middlesbrough first. And yeah, flattering to deceive following a 10th place finish last season. I tell you who was good. Dana in our season so far video. So I'd recommend the Borough breakdown content because, yeah, she captured the mood, the frustrated mood quite well up at the Riverside at the moment. Recent defeats against Blackpool, against Reading and against Hull. Wins against Sheffield United and Forest. Bit topsy-turvy. I think most of us have predicted the outcomes the other way round if there was going to be wins and defeats in those games. The home record for Borough, who are at home, aren't they? Yeah. Is 7 points from 5. However, I think you all know what I'm going to say about Peterborough's away record. It's dreadful. 5 defeats and 16 conceded so far away from home for the Posh. So it would be the joker of all jokers, statistically, if you are going Posh in this one. However, only 8 places difference in the league table. Posh 23rd, and I don't know what we're calling that. Are we calling that officially bottom if you on pitch, if you factor out the administration minus 12? I know it doesn't work like that, but you know what I mean. In terms of performance, they're actually the worst team in the league. So let me know your thoughts. Let's get into the comments. And what does it say? Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. There we go. Stephen, need that bit of luck against Posh. I'm worried for the rest of the season. Yes, we can't be relying on that. Daryl's gone Borough, so is Ola. MR's gone for the Posh. OJ's playing the Joker on the Posh. Borough, draw. James, hoping we can pick up tomorrow. However, you can never tell with our form. I'll always say we've been very disappointed this season. Let's see what Warnock changes tomorrow. 1-0 win. Borough, draw. Borough. The Borough Derby home. Nice one, Lewis. Borough. There's one for Posh. I assume that MFC is Millwall, not Middlesbrough. We'll find out. Draw. Good international from Borough. Oh, yes, Adrian, you're right. The Sporar scored a hell of a goal, didn't he? For someone tell me who Sporar represents. Was he Serbian or which nationality is Sporar? Someone tell me quickly in the chat. Forest. Oh, we've done that one, haven't we, Martin? Borough. Oh, 1-2 Posh. Warnock's last game. Ouch. He can't go out like that. Purple bungalow. Absolutely not. Borough. Here we go. Slovenia. You ask and the chat delivers. Right, let's get all these up here. Bang. I think I've read all of them or put them up on the screen. I can't get past the dreadful Posh away form, but we do still have a joker to play here, don't we? And am I really going to use it on the last 2? Am I really? Swansea. Go on. Away! For no other reason than it's fun. Let's play the Joker then. We need to bring it out, don't we? There it is. I'm playing the Joker. Peterborough to win at Middlesbrough. Completely unlikely, but let's see what sort of ridiculously high price we can get from our friends over at Betfair on this one. It's unlikely because they've got 0 points away from home. Look at that. It's going to shorten if I go 2-1, isn't it? Go on. Stick it 1-0. 12-1. The Joker has been played. Sorry, Borough fans. I've got to play it once here. And we've hit the Joker there. Only my second away win as well. Maybe that went into the thinking as well. Right, 2 more to go. And Preston versus Darby. And it's already been mentioned, of course. Respects to the recently passed Preston owner, Trevor Hemmings. And looks like it's going to be a really good tribute to him in this game against Derby. I think all the tickets are £5 and all the gate receipts are going to his favourite charity. So do get down there if you're a Preston fan. And the Derby fans, I have to say, since the administration have been filling up all the away ends where they've been going to support their boys. So with all of that being said, Preston are struggling recently, aren't they? Only 2 wins and 4 draws and a defeat in the last 5. Topsy-turvy game. Ben HD said was all over the place when I spoke to him about this one against QPR. The home form for Preston is, not great. But actually, I say it's not great. They've got 8 points in the last 4. And again, on the Champ 365 show, Justin did point out when you get that big atmosphere in a home game, which is going to be probably the highest attendance of the season, I would have thought, at Preston for this game. Oh, no, that might get beaten against Blackpool, mightn't it? But still, I don't know, does the atmosphere and the situation with Mr. Hemmings play into their favour a little bit in this one? I wonder. Derby, they continue to do what Derby do, scrape points and have a good defensive record and generally kind of doing pretty well considering everything. Obviously, they're bottom of the table, but our real position for Derby, they'd just be below Luton on goal difference. So it's a 0-0 with Swansea last time out after a win against Reading, defeat against Sheffield United. They did go down to 10 for that one, though, didn't they? They beat Stoke in that incredible performance there. Andrew at West Brom. So Derby are actually no mugs, are they? What do you think? This one, Preston versus Derby. Let me just quickly bring up the Derby away form. My bad. And one win so far, 20th most points accumulated in the Championship away from home this season. Right, where are we going? The Joker against Warnock. Yeah, I know, it's madness, isn't it? It took the plunge, the mother of all joke. Why not? Hey, why not? All a good bit of fun. Haven't you learned never to go? No, I'll never learn. That's the point with Warnock. You never learn. Right, here we go. Steve's gone Derby, draw, Derby, home, Preston, Derby, Preston. Jags back, as is Bulldog. Burn suspended. Dave's confident, gone away. James has gone Derby, so has Zanir. Leeds 2021 has gone Preston, draw. Preston, draw. I'll put that. I'm not reading that, Mr. E, but I did laugh. I have to say, I did laugh. Preston 5 for all. Yeah, good stuff there, isn't it? Nice tribute. Injuries are clear. 2-1 Preston, 2-1 Derby. Oh, a 4-2. I love a 4-2. You get good odds over at Betfair for that one. Home, draw. Gavin, a legend of the Patreon roundtables. Come sign up on Patreon. Chew the fat with me and Justin. Who else has been here? John's been in here. Lee's been in here. Great bunch over on Patreon. 2-1 Derby, says Tom. I think, and I've got too many draws on my card. This is worrying. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my God. I can't go for a fifth draw, can I? I can't do it. But can I see Derby going there and winning? I don't think I can. So on the basis of evening up, 1, 2, 3. On the basis of evening up my card, which I know is not a good way to do predictions, I'm going to go home. And let's go for Preston to do it for the late Mr. Hemmings. Derby don't concede many, so let's call that one a 1-0, and you will get 5-1 over on Betfair for that one. Right, last one, you lot, and it's an absolute peach. The tactical clash of styles for the ages. Swansea versus Cardiff, and I, for one, cannot wait to see how this one plays out. Swansea with their mass loads of possession and knocking the ball around almost to a fault and not really that many goals, versus Cardiff, who don't have any possession, but still score some goals, but are in rank awful form, aren't they, Cardiff? 6 defeats in 7 for the Bluebirds and Mick. He really needs a win in this one. Do you remember the last one? Was it? Yeah, it was the last one, I think. Certainly the last one over at Swansea, where Aidan Flint scored after about 3 minutes and Cardiff just defended the lead for the rest of the game. Tremendous shithousery from Mr. McCarthy. What do you guys think in the chat? Recent form for Swansea. They don't lose many. They don't win many. 1 win in the last 5, but only 1 defeat. The home form tells us Swansea, decent, only 1 home defeat down there. That came at the hands of Stoke. They've only scored 2 goals at home this season in the 5 games. So very, very shy in front of goal. Cardiff's away form isn't bad, actually. They've got 7 points, but they have lost their last 2. You know me, I'm always looking at the XG under and overachievers. Cardiff are a big underachiever on the XG. They could do more with the chances they create, according to that metric. What do you lot think in the chat here? Then let me just read that with some players. There you go, OJ. Nitcham, Overfami, and Bennett all back in training. Good news. Head says 1-1. Heart says 2-0. Always go with the heart. So we'll go 2-0 on OJ's prediction there. 5 draws is fine. Unlikely, but fine. Yes. Swansea possession bingo. I'll go for 71%, Annie. Someone clip that. 1-1 says Steve. Swans. Swansea. 3-2 to the Welsh. So, well, undoubtedly, we've already won. Can't lose with that one, can you? 4-0 Swans. Draw, says James. Swans. Flint says Annie. Ben's gone Swans. Nick's gone Swans. So it's Peter. 1-0 to the Jacks. And I couldn't possibly call anyone degenerates. Not my game. Tom's words, not mine. Swansea, Cardiff. I love a Welsh derby in English League. Beautiful, isn't it? Swans 2-1. Swans will give Mick his final. There we go. There's the doomsday prophecy there, Jake. We've had Warnock's last game and Mick's last game. We can't have it. Swansea win. Watching from Kenya. Pamela, great to have you watching. 3, that'd be fun, wouldn't it, for a Sunday lunchtime, Ronald? 3-1 Swans with a few red cards. I predict not many goals when sounds like a sensible suggestion. Adrian 2-1 to the Bluebirds. I think Mick's going to run for the hills in this one, and I have a horrible suspicion he could do it again. I'm going to do it away, and I don't think I need the joker for that one because they're only one place apart in the table. Go on. Let's go for Cardiff. Maybe they'll score early and they'll score late. I've gone 2-0. What am I doing? What am I like? 12-1 you will get on that result over at Betfair. Woof. Right, we've probably got a couple of minutes for Q&A. Let me just go through all of my predictions. Please go and log yours over on the Championship Predict. There you go. There's the top of the Football 365 website. You can't see it, but where it says Championship, just right next to that, it says Championship Predictor. And you can see up the top there, I'm signed in. Just use your email address. So I have gone West Brom over Birmingham, Fulham over QPR, Huddersfield and Hull draw. Coventry over Blackburn, Reading over Barnsley, Forest over Blackpool, Millwall Luton draw, Sheffield United Stoke draw, Preston over Derby. I played the joker to say a posh away win at Borough, Bristol City and Bournemouth draw, and Cardiff to turn up at Swansea and get the victory. Let me know how you went. And this is what we do now. Our lovely friends at Betfair will give you 83,000 to 1. If all 12 of those come in. So, you can cover my predictions or maybe do your own. All good fun. And what you need to do on the Football 365 Predictor game, submit my predictions. There they go. Your submitted predictions are final. Confirm. It is done. Can't go back on that one now. Everything submitted. Woof. Right, we've got a couple of minutes. Anyone's got any questions? Do let me know. Quick couple of plugs here. Please go ahead and hit the like button if you're watching this right now. It takes just a second. Always helps. What is our live total? We've not got 19,500 now. I can't remember. It says 19,400. We've nearly got 19,600. So do please hit subscribe. 19,598. We're crawling up to 20,000 on the subscribers. Please go and hit subscribe. You can get involved over on Patreon as well. And the highlight of Patreon now is the roundtables where come on and chew the fat with me and some other Patreons over there. Right. Any questions in for Q&A? If not, I'll just read out a nice complimentary comment from Josh there. Recently found your channel and loving your coverage of Championship. Keep up. Thank you very, very much. Good question here. Am I on a gig on Saturday? I am not on a gig, a musical gig. I am on a football gig, so apologies again. I'm at Watford, Liverpool at 12:30. So no super stream, sadly, on Saturday. But I am working at that game and I will get that one covered. But we're going to watch along West Brom and Birmingham tomorrow night. And we will be back with the review show on Sunday night. And then, by God, 3-game week will be here. Yeah, I mean, look, we're here every night during the 3-game week. It'll be the prediction show on Monday, Stoke Bournemouth on Tuesday, Swans Baggies on Wednesday, review show Thursday. And back with the predictions in this slot on Friday. Dilly ding, ding dong, dilly dong. Yes, indeed. Will we see the Penguin jumper again? Absolutely you will, Stephen. I will get that dusted off, although, yeah, I might need to just shed a few pounds so I don't look too fat in it. But there we go. Get on the Patreon. Yeah, QPR forever has been there. Ben, all the credit in the world for the review videos. I tell you how I managed it. That first Monday, I must have done a review every 30 minutes for about 4 hours. I did 8 of them on that first day, but oh my goodness me. Yeah, lots of chat about Macaulay Bonne on my Twitter. Go and get involved in that as well. Right, thank you, everybody. XG might be high, but we are 5th highest goal scorers of 18. There you go. Still room for improvement. Could be the highest goal scorers if you make up that XG over at Luton. Right, we've gone over the hour. We've done a couple of questions. We're going to be back tomorrow. I tell you what we will do as well. We'll get all of the grades that all of the contributors gave their team start to the season. We'll get them up and running very, very soon. Gavin, I've just witnessed, give me a little while longer. I think Shaylee's having a second jab and Enid's getting past the sleepless night stage. So we will be back in grounds very, very soon. I promise. Thank you, everybody, saying thank you there. Any more thank yous, I'll stick them in the advert at the end. And it's a lovely big over and out from me. Welcome back. 3-game week, 6-day gap, 3-game week, international break all over again. You love to see it. Thick and fast, best league in the world. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.